Alrighty, welcome back. I am excited today and a little bit nervous, and we're on air, and I'm your man, Bad Chad. I am a little bit, I don't know why I'm nervous or anxious, I'm not sure. Maybe because I get the chance to put the wheels on to make it look like my childhood dream. That was my childhood dream car. That was my favorite Hot Wheels car that I had, and it's a 36 Ford. That's obviously a big ass hot rod. And basically what I'm doing with this started out as a 42-door, and I've changed it into a coupe. It's a 40, that is a 36, so we're not the exact same car, but I'm just going off that because that's what I'm dreaming about. But what I've got done is I got some wheels to hold the tires. I ran right over first thing this morning, went to Valley Tire in Kentville, and they were kind enough to put them on for me for free. We did buy our tires there the other day. We had to get some all-season tires put on, but we took these in and they did it for free, and we have to thank them. Kentville, Valley Tire did that for free. Not many times that things like that happen, but they did. I want to throw a big shout out to them because I appreciate it. Those are the tires that are going on the back. We've got the rims on the front. And what happened, if you watched last night, we went and looked at a Plymouth, and they had those wheels on it. So I think you might know what happened. You might know what happened. But anyways, as I get going, these are the wheels that look like they're on the car. And I'm going to put these wheels on this morning. I'm going to try to do it right in front of your very eyes. As you can see, there's quite an opening going on above that wheel. Quite a big opening on that wheel. And it doesn't look like much of the fender's left. But we're going to try to do it right here in front of your very eyes. I do not even know if the rims will fit on the car yet. Well, I know they won't fit on the wheel well because the fender's too small. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to put this wheel on. This is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to put the wheel on in front of the fender. I'm going to draw out the shape of the tire. This is basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to eye it up for the center. Basically, I got to get the wheel on the car. And what I'm looking at, I'm thinking that I can almost get that wheel on right there. I do not want to cut all the wheel well out yet. I don't think I want to cut it all out yet. I'm not sure on this. This is the very first time that I've opened a wheel well up, something like that. This is the very first time, and I'm just the very first time, and I'm going to do it right in front of your very eyes. It looks like that I can get it on like that. So if I take my marker and I run it with the tire, I'm saying if I cut that off, then I'm going to be able to get the tire and the rim on. And I'm going to put both of them on before I start modifying the wheel well. But we know that's not the wheel well because it does not look like that one. That one has a big gap. I'm thinking it's way up here, you know. But we'll see what goes on. I'm not sure yet, but let's do it. I'm going to cut that piece off, and all the time I'm doing it, hope I'm doing the right thing, basically. And I had to play it out in my brain. I played it out in my brain before before I got the tires and the fender mounted. But found some fenders out in the junkyard. They're junky. They were off the second season of Bad Chad Customs. We did a roadster of a 38 Ford. Them are the fenders off it. That thing was quite toasty. That thing was real toasty. But we managed to make a car out of it, and that's what we do. But we got some shape on the wheel wells, and also I have a fender where I can maybe put that fender on this side. Got some repair I got to do, but that's what I do, you know. I'll repair it probably and just put it on. No money spent, just effort. That's what I enjoy. No money spent, just effort. So I'm going to cut that off, hoping I can get the wheels on. Let's go for it. I better get at her, pitter patter. So big visuals today, because we got the wheels on the front and we're going to get the wheels on the back. So it's a big visual. Once that big wheel gets on the back, making me smile already. You think I was 10 again. I'm going to cut. I'm going to try to cut center. what the hey? I'm going to put on a pair of earmuffs because I can. The red ones are right close by, were they not?
Oh, right over here.
Yeah, just why not? I can put them on. So we kind of killed two birds with one stone yesterday. We had quite a long drive, and what I'm thinking now is that it's cheaper to work on them than it is to drive around. I just keep going around, try to keep the heat down a little bit. That's all I'm doing. I can stay right in there and keep cutting it, but it just causes heat. We need that piece. Not going to throw that away. We need that piece. There you go. There's the opening. Let's jack it up and see if we can get a wheel on. Stumbling around like my first time walking. This is the part where it's going to be the fun part, jacking it up and see if we can get a wheel on. Yes, we don't want the computer falling. Don't know if the wheels are even going to fit yet. But I'm hoping. I got my fingers crossed, my toes crossed. I'm hoping. So this is going to be a good visual. And I'm thinking that, you know, basically to get this car looking like that car, I'm going to have to get that wheel well up in there, whether I like it or not. But I love it. I love it. Knew that was going to happen. Just see how fast I can do this, because we only got so much time and we want to get it done for visuals for you guys. I want to thank everybody for coming back and watching, having fun doing this. Having fun doing this. I'm falling apart. I'm banging on the floor, but it doesn't work. I just keep banging it. I know from yesterday, putting the front wheels on. Also, the wheels I had to, they're just mock-up wheels, mock-up rims, and I had to widen the holes out on the rims to get these to fit. These are big bolt pattern. The little Plymouth had small bolt hole pattern. But I need mock-up wheels to see if I can, to make it work, to, you know, do what I need to do. So I did what I had to do. I probably wouldn't run the wheels on anything else anyways, and I can use them for, actually, one of the tires, the big tires here, these are I read it this morning, just want to say the size of them. Thought it said the size. It did. Anyways, they're an S375-60 series 15-inch. But one of these tires has been a coffee table in our house for quite a long time, and I had to take it out of the house to use it. And that's the stuff I do sometimes. But when we're done, if we ever, you know, buy wheels for this and buy new tires, because those are weather cracked, if we ever buy new tires or wheels, what we can do is, Now we have a rim inside the tire and put our glass on top of it. Now it's complete. All right. Alrighty. The moment of truth, I guess. I'm hoping that the backlash, I'm hoping I can get them on. Don't want to bend that. Don't want to bend that. Alrighty, here we go. Cross your fingers, people. Hope for the best. See, and I got a piece right back here that might not. We're going to see. And the opening might have to be opened up just a little bit more. Bear with me because these are big. I have to sit on my arse to get them on, maybe. I can let it down some, I see. Oh yeah. Look at that, would you? They're not sticking out as far as I thought they would. You know what I mean? They're not sticking out as far as I thought they would. Alrighty. It's a go. Let's take a look on the back side. Let's get the wheels on. Come on now. Why are you acting all funny? Was there one more? I only need a couple to put it on, so, oh, one right there. Alrighty, awesome. I'm gonna have to put the other side on because I want it sitting down, right? So when we open it up, I guess that's what's gonna make the tire look bigger when it gets up here. You'll be able to see the top of the tire. Now, I want that. Come on now. Had a little bit of an issue last night trying to put the front ones on because of, where'd that socket go? See where that socket went?
It's on the wheels.
Huh?
It's on there, isn't it?
Ah, it's a wheel nut that fell off, not the socket. I got the wheel nut, it's fine. Good thing I got my baby around. It's a hard thing to deal with. Haven't been dealt with in years, that's my problem. Or the nuts haven't been. Come on. Well, ain't no race car. Not making me the happiest, but making me happy that they fit. Aggravating. Alrighty, I'm going to say that's going to be on there tight. Now I'm going to tighten it up a bit more. That one there, I don't want it. All right, that was a hard go just because the wheel nuts are old and rusty. Just want to check the front here. What happened is that when we took the engine out, there was a drive shaft that ran up through the middle, obviously. It's a enclosed drive shaft, and it moved to one side, so we put a piece of wood on one side to center it. So I got to put this other wheel on before I start. And I guess what I'm going to do is open that wheel well and put the lip back on to make it look like we want to. On this side, I'm just going to put the wheel on and drop it down. Yeah, so I'm going to take this over. And then we'll go to making the wheel well fit. I got to take a look for a second. I can't help it. I can't help it. I feel like I'm 10 or 12. That's a good feeling, isn't it? Huh? I don't want to be 10 or 12 again, but it's a good feeling to feel that way. Back to that again. Each one has to be beat off. Can't help it. I can beat it on the floor. I tried it yesterday. It doesn't work that well. I put a little crown on them earlier to get some penetrant so I can get them off. Get myself sweating already, changing wheel nuts. That's all right. Well, that one didn't want to come off, did it? All right. I might take one of the wheel nuts off the other side. Goodbye. Those were so ugly on there. Ugh, they were ugly. Weren't they, baby? Mm-hmm. So ugly. So ugly. Let her down a little bit. Center. No, jack it up a bit. Come on, Chad, come on. Tell me, look center, baby. When you look center. Huh? Look center?
I can't.
Close?
I can't see.
Me neither, most of the times. Now, I'm going to let her down just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then we'll deal with the wheel well. That's what we'll do. We'll deal with the wheel opening. Never opened a wheel opening before, but it's going to be fun. These are heavy. Now, is that hitting that? Feels like it is. And it is. We're hitting the sway bar link in the back. Not sure whether just to... Oh, watch yourself, sweetheart. What I think I might do is I might cut it off and probably put it somewhere else because it's going to be a hindrance when it comes time to put it on. I have to put another one on. That holds the rear end from going back and forth. Panhard bar, I guess you would call that. It's not going to let the car... I'm going to pull this off. That's what I was thinking about, if that was going to hit or not, and it does. This right here, where it goes through here, is hitting on the back side of the wheel, not giving me a true read. I'm going to drop it and get rid of it. I'm going to drop it and get rid of it. So I'm going to use a zip cut. The reason being is, I'll have to put it back in, mind you, but we'll see what goes on. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to end up, you know, if I want to spin something like that, I'm going to have to change the rear end. You know, I don't think, I'm not sure if it would hold up or if it would not hold up, but I'm thinking that would have to be changed. But we're going to use everything that we have right now for mock-up. but I think the rear end would have to be changed. We'd be going to an open drive shaft instead of a closed drive shaft. Also, we would want probably a stronger rear end for this, and that's fine, but this is what I need right at the present moment to make it, to get myself going. This is holding it in place. I'm just scared that I don't want it to take off either way. That's what I don't want. Didn't seem like it did, but it's going to allow our wheel to go on. And I'll end up cutting that off. Back down here again. There we go. Now I'll be able to roll it around now, if you know what I'm trying to say. I'll be able to roll the car with that on there, hitting the back of the wheel. The car would not roll. That wouldn't be a good thing. I want it to roll. Alrighty. We should have one more wheel nut there somewhere. See one, sweetheart? Probably in the end of the gun or the, nope. One more. Probably only need two, but we'll go with these two for now and get it on there so I can set it down. We can put one on later. Doesn't matter if this one's straight right this second. I don't want to crush the oil in that.
Nope, here's some of
Okay. Huh? Got to plug that in. Rushing a little bit here. Keep forgetting I'm Canadian. What's that? It's the one that's broke off.
Oh, okay.
Cool, the wheel rolls around. Now I can let this bad boy down. There you go. Look at that now, would you? Alrighty. Let's go back to the other side. That's the main chore that I had to do. Didn't know how long it was going to take me because it took me quite a while for the front to get the wheel nuts off. Just took a little bit. Got the sweat going out of me. Alrighty, now we're going to deal with this. When I look at the picture, I'm going to just put the picture back on top of the car for a second, if you don't mind. There's quite a bit of wheel well missing there. And if I want to make it look like my Hot Wheels car, like my dream when I was 10, things got to change a little bit here. And it looks to me like the whole wheel well's got to change. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it like that, and the reason being is, why not? So I'm saying up around here somewhere. I basically want to keep the wheel well the same distance, a little higher in the middle. You can see in the ends, you can see how high, tall it is up top here, closer there, closer there. You can see that. So I'm going to just put this, get quite a distance there. Not going to get that distance in the front. I wonder if I should put the same distance in the back as I do the front, probably. I'm going to just grab eye this up. Just take a tape. And it doesn't matter if it's further in the back than it is the front. It does not matter. But that gives me that look that I got going up there. Just want to grab a tape measure for a minute. We're 3.5. We could go 4. That's 4 right here. This is all by eye. There's no rules here. 4 in the back. I've got 5 in the back. I don't mind 5 in the back. 4 in the front. But we want that big opening. We want that big opening. And I'm going to try to use the stuff that I have. I'm going to try to use the stuff that I have to do it. So basically that's going to go on there. We'll have to cut that off. Then we'll turn that up so it goes up the other way. Then we'll slice and dice and bring it together and do what we have to do to make it look the way we want to. So I'm just going to stand back and take a look at this for a minute. It looks similar. After I get one done, then I can take a pattern and do the other one. So I can make a pattern of this shape, or when at the opening I can make a pattern of it, and then I'll apply it to the other side. So I'm coming up there, right close, 4 inches away from the tire. I think I don't mind it 5 in the back. So we're at 4 in the front. 4 in the front, or close to it. And 5 in the back. 4 in the front. Sort of a mullet going on. We have 4 in the front and 5 in the back. 4 and 5. I don't even mind that one, do you?
No, it actually, the toy looks like it's wider gap in the back.
Looks like a wider gap in the back.
It sort of does.
And it's got this short distance back here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's got a short distance here. We might even go with that one. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to do 4 in the front. I'm going to go with the wider one in the back. I'm going to do this one in the back. I'm going to go with the wider one. You like the wider one in the back? Sort of looks better, don't it? Instead of coming down on it, roll back. It's all in preference, it is. And once I cut it, it's cut. So I guess there's nothing else but going for it, eh? This here, I'm just looking at here. I want to bring this down some here, I think, and then bring it up there like that. I'm going to take some tape, mark the line it with the tape so I can see it even better. I've got so many marks of We'll put it on the top side or the bottom side. Now I'm just looking for this distance. this distance here, this distance here. I want it, I don't want one distance bigger than the other. That don't look bad. Don't look bad at all. I'm going to bring this down. This distance here is a little bigger than this distance, so I'm going to bring this down just a little bit. Just a little bit. I want to take this out a little bit. Just want to take it a little bit further. Bring this in a little bit further. Looking for this distance here. I just don't want it fatter or bigger anywhere else, you know what I'm saying? I think I got it. I think I want to do this. So I cut that. Perfectly brand new fender, and you're going to cut it up like that. Alrighty, let's cut it off. And then we'll apply the lip back on the best we can. We got another lip over there that we can use. I sort of want to use this lip here because it's brand new. It's a lip that I can use. I also could take and throw some round rod in the roller and weld round rod along there. I could just cut it off and do round rod. I very much well could. It might even be the easiest thing to do is to cut it and do it in round rod. Because it's over, right? Once the round rod is, you know, if I do this, well then I have to apply this, cut it and butt it on. And then, or I could just take round rod and go around there and make that shape. Yeah. Let's cut it off and see what happens. Round rod seems like the easiest thing to do, doesn't it? And it would give me the shape that I want, or I'm looking for. And I don't have any round rod here, do I?
I don't think.
No. Well. Alrighty. Let's cut it out. That way there we can get the visual of that. That's too bad. That's what I'm thinking though. See, wasn't prepared. And that thought came after, you know, that's an afterthought that I could have used round rod for that, and I very well can. And I can still use that too. Let's try it. I'm going to look at that one more time before I cut it. One more time. Looking at the picture up there and looking at this. It's going to be quite a hole back here, you know, once I get that. But That's what that looks like. It's a good thing we did a good job on them wheel wells. What do you think? Not bad. It seems a little bit closer there, but yeah, I did it. So now what I'm thinking is, this is what I'm thinking. For me to try to cut this all up, and try to I do like that part right there though. I would like to maybe add a little bit right there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I would like to add some of that back there. I like it a little bit closer, don't you? Instead of out like that. See how much you got cut out of there? Do you like it closer?
I do, yeah. I like when you put that on there.
Yeah, it looked a little bit better, did it not? And I've got just cut that bottom off. Slide that up on there. Put that piece on there. Up to there anyways. This piece. That's got a nice round part there. I can do it all with round rod, round that all off and do that. Alrighty, gotta make up my mind. What I'm gonna do is, I got another fender over there to do that. But I do like that piece there. Does it look better like that? I'm gonna get a pair of, and no doubt in my mind, if they did it back in the day, the fender probably was rotten, and they probably did it with round rod, no doubt in my mind. Or conduit pipe, you can do it in conduit. Like I have a pipe bender here. I have some small pipe out there I could bend for that. Outside. I do. I got a bender right over there I could bend it with. Just want to clamp this on, stand back and take a look at it, see if I like it. Just wondering if I cut too much off in the back. So guess this is all going to be in preference, isn't it? Whether what I like. So this is going to go with this line. I'm just going to draw on this for a second. See where I would cut it. Not sure what I want to do yet. Not sure what I want to do yet. I like closing this up a bit. I like closing that up a little bit, I do. But I think I'm going to go outside for a second. I might have some round stock out there I might be able to use. Just going to take a walk out and see if I can find some. Because to be honest with you, for me to slice and dice all that, I thought what I was going to do was I was going to slice and dice all that round edge of the fender. I thought I was going to slice it all up and make one work. But where I've got it, like where it's that big of an opening, to slice and dice and do all that work, it doesn't seem, maybe the ends right here, this part here and that part there, maybe that part there I would, but this part going along here seems like a piece of round rod to me, because there's no cutting, there's no trying to make it fit. There's actually just welding the round rod thick stuff. I've got some, this is what you call water pipe. There was a guy over town. I went and I don't know what I got over there, but anyways, he told me if I wanted this metal that I could have it, because it had some rust on the outside edge of it, but it's quite thick, and it's water pipe, like for fitting water lines and that sort of stuff. And do you want me to shut that door behind you, sweetheart? I'll get it. So I'm thinking that I'll use probably the corners. Yeah, I'll probably use the corner where it's nice and round like that. But all this stuff up in here, I'm thinking that I'm going to use this. Or not sure if I can roll this in my roller. I know what roller I can roll it in. Not that one. I have a roller out here. Don't know if I'm going to get it that tight in that roller. I've got this thing right here. Now, now I have to take that thing all apart to get this. I have a roller right here. I have to take it all apart. Do I go for it and try to tear it all apart and get it done? What's that?
I don't know, we could do part 2.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, this is what I'm going to do. You can see the visual out here now, what's going on. I've got, oh, the picture went away. Just touch this.
Yeah, it should work.
There's the picture. That's what I'm going for, that back wheel. You can see, yeah, it's some big meat. You can see the wheels underneath of it. So we got the visual. I was going to use this stuff to do the wheel lip and put it back on. I do not see it feasible. I like this part, and I like that little part down there. I'm going to keep them 2 parts, but I'm going to do most of it in the round stock. I'm going to have to tear that thing apart. It takes me a little bit. There's a bunch of stuff I have to get a nail and key, tear it apart, and put it all back together. Time I get it rolled, I'd never get it back on anyways. So what I'll do is I'll tear it apart, get it ready to rock and roll, and then we'll apply it. We'll apply it tomorrow is what we'll do. But I can get it going. But anyways, I've got another fender over there. So today, maybe me and Jolene, or after Jolene uploads her video and gets all that stuff done, and maybe I can get another fender applied to this side. And that will be a good thing for me. Wished I would have thought it over a little bit more, or I would have, but that's what happens. Wish I would have thought it over a little bit more, and then I could have been ready with the roller and rolled my pipe and put it all in. Could have done that. I don't think it's, changed my mind on that part. And I might even use some of this part because I'm not sure if I liked how far I cut it back. Not sure. Also, when I put this piece on, or I use them pieces, I can bring, I might bring it in a little bit more on the end there, I'm not sure. But when I bring that pipe in there, I can pull the pipe, I can put it up inside, or I can bring the pipe down a little bit, if you know what I'm trying to say. I can close the line up a little bit with the pipe that I have. It's probably 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, so I can put the pipe right up in there, or I can pull it down some, basically is what I'm trying to say. So I can close a lot of it up with the pipe, but I'll probably end up running from here all the way around to about there on the other side, and then I'll use those ends. Probably, just because. So we got our wheels on. You can start to see what it's going to start looking like. Man, I cut a big chunk out of that fender. Whoa! But that's what that shows, does it not? Mm-hmm. That's what that shows. We've got a little tiny fender going on there, just what like that shows. So now, when it comes to the front, I'm going to end up cutting a big chunk of piece out of the front fender because I know that the front fender fit tight too. So we're going to end up doing the exact same thing. I'm a sucker for punishment. I know that. I'm a sucker for punishment, but that's okay. I'm living my dream through building old cars. Jolene woke up at 7 today looking like a 10. Made me coffee in bed. She's an 11 today. All right, everybody. You want to give away a hat or a shirt?
Yeah, we can.
We can give away a hat or a shirt. We got the computer. There's what we're going for. Man, we cut a big chunk of piece of metal out of that brand new fender. Wow. But that's what we're doing. We're building something like right out of the 70s, I guess. There you go. Wow. Me and Jim were talking about that the other day. The back of the fender had to be really exaggerated to look like what we wanted to look like there. And it sure did happen, didn't it? So I'll end up taking a flapper wheel, cleaning one of those pieces of pipe all up, and getting the rollers changed, and maybe getting a piece rolled, and going for it.
210.
210. 210. Thanks everybody for the comments. We appreciate it. The only way you're going to win a hat or shirt is if you comment Tom Peterson. Nope. All these projects will drive you to the funny farm, Chad. Take an inventory of what you have and get her done. Thanks, Tom. Nope. All these projects will drive you to the funny farm, Chad. Take inventory of what you have and get her done. Man, I don't know what to say but the funny farm. I was thinking about that yesterday, you know, about all the projects that we have and all the things we have around. This is a journey that I'm on, you know. This is a journey I'm on. Every day that we're doing something, it's something different. Also, I'm going to tell you something, a little secret. All these projects do not have to be completed. They do not. I have just as much fun coming up here at nighttime and looking and smiling at what I'm doing. They do not have to be finished. They do not have to be finished. Many times I've heard say, well, it took me 20 years to finally get the car done. And you know what? Basically what's going on is the 20 years that they had building it was a lot more fun than the 1% time they're driving it. Yeah, I'm on a journey, and all these cars that I'm doing projects on, cutting apart and putting back together, I do not have to finish any of them. I'm having a great time doing what I'm doing. When the time comes that I finish one and put it all together and concentrate and finish it, so be it. I'll probably drive it a couple times. Yes, I will. But guarantee you, I'll make sure I have a couple more projects. Have a good one, everybody.